They released me yesterday evening, and I had to get them to give me non-emergency medical transportation back home, which they called my HMO to provide that for me to get home. Stayed in the hospital for 3 days because when I went to my doctor's appointment on Tuesday, he said when I went to have blood works on February 11th, 2026, my hemoglobin was down to 5.4. And that's one of the reasons why I was having a hard time breathing. And my daughter told me again to go get checked, and I was going to do it, but I waited until I went to the doctor to let him know what I was going through, what I felt during my checkup, and he was going to pay for Uber to get me to the hospital, but no, he was going to pay for STS to get me to the hospital, but STS wouldn't answer their phones. I tried and tried for 5 minutes while I was at my primary care position Tuesday morning. And he finally had one of the other staff that works with him to call my HMO for non-medical emergency transportation. And that is what got me to the hospital. He gave me paperwork to give to the emergency room doctor, which I did through that because my hemoglobin was a 5.4 this time. It wasn't very low like the other time in September, on September the 4th when I was admitted, when I finally decided to call rescue after going through problems for 3 months of breathing, bad breathing. But this time it was a little bit higher than the last time. But the last time I stayed in the hospital 5 days. This time I stayed in only 3 days. They gave me, as soon as I got to the emergency room, they gave me 3 pints of blood. And when I got to the room, they gave me, for them 3 days, I had to get 3 more pints of blood. No, 2 more pints of blood. So that was 5 pints of blood I had to get within the first day I was there. They released me because my hemoglobin went up to a 7.4. But the last time they went released me from the hospital until my hemoglobin was up to an 8.0, which was the 8.5 then. But I thank God I'm still living. I thank God that I don't have to worry about anything right now. And I was told by the emergency room doctors and nurses, if I feel bad again, if once my menstrual cycle come on heavy again, to come to the emergency room because I may need another transfusion because of my hemoglobin going low, and that's the first time I ever had that to happen to me. The 66 years I've been here in this world. Last year was my first time ever getting a blood transfusion. They had me hooked up to a heart monitor machine the whole 3 days I was there, and I was also hooked up to this machine and these flow mats, to slip resistant flow mats. So if I was to fall, those flow mats could help me not hurt myself so bad because I'm a fall risk. Every clinic and hospital I go to, I'm known as a fall risk now because of my physical disability and because of my medical history since I've been where I'm living at now. I've been here for like 15 months now. And I've been getting sicker and sicker since I've been here. Something telling me I need to hurry up and get out of here, out of this house. Because if I don't, it's gonna get worse. Which I've been praying to God to get me to get me some help from an agency. I've been writing every agency throughout the United States to get the help, get help for a deposit. Because right now my fixed income, and with me and my son paying bills, and he got his own bills to pay, his union dues, his health insurance, his life insurance, his cell phone, and he got to pay to get on the bus every day. Monday through Friday to get back and forth to work, and him helping buy cleaning supplies, laundry supplies, but I'm paying my own bills, paying a light bill, a water bill, sell my cell phone bill, I'm helping to pay the rent, which is not that much money, but see my health, this is the house I'm in, making my health terrible. It making my health worse than what it is. I've been diagnosed with at least 5 more diseases and problems with my body since I've been with where I'm at now, which I never had this to happen. People, get yourself checked, especially women. If you got problems with your uterus or if your stomach constantly hurting, go to your primary care physician and tell him or her that your stomach and your uterus is always hurting and that you feel that you have a heavy bleeding, that this heavy bleeding is getting to you and you need to get checked by a gynecologist too. And men, go get yourself checked instead of being uppity and talking about there's nothing wrong with you. Because where you live at, you have hidden mildew. It could be having mold. It can have other problems, especially if you're in a rat infested place, in a roach infested place, that could get you sick. Because I believe that's what's going on here. Because the apartment I was living in before was also with mildew, rat infested, roach infested, which was getting me sick then. But since I've been here, it's getting worse. I think this place is way worse than what the other place that I was living in is, with the raw sewage, everything. I had to throw everything away in my house, in this bathroom, and in my room, and in the other room that I'm next to. Everything had to go in the garbage because when my son had to pay them $200 for a person to come fix his toilet, by the time I got through fixing the toilet, there was fecal matter all over the place. I had to throw away lamps, wall hangers, all my perfume, and all my toilet paper and paper towels that was in here. And because you could see the fecal stuff, which is boo boo all over the place. And I had to sleep in a living room for a whole month and using my son's bathroom for that period of time, and it got me sick. And that's when I had to go to the hospital the first time in September to get a blood transfusion, which I had to get 8 pints of blood. And this time I only had to get 5 pints of blood. But I just thank God I'm still alive. And it's so horrible. Well, Joe School, how you doing? Right now I'm doing okay. And no, I don't have a speech problem. And no, there is no speech. I'm just letting you know, letting everybody know about my health and what's going on. And that's why I'm trying to get people to check on their health, go to the doctors, and just talk about my medical health and what's going on. And wherever you live at, make sure you get the county workers and the commissioners to check your house for any mildew, and because it's not good to inhale that kind of stuff. That's the worst thing that happen to you. And because see, I grew up with certain medical problems with my eyesight. My mama never took me to the eye doctor to get glasses. I just got glasses 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Really, my son bought me my first pair of eyeglasses, and I got when I went into my first shelter in years about 3 years ago. I got another pair of glasses that they paid for, and now this. I always had asthma and other problems with me. Okay. I hope you get better with these hard stuff in life. I'll be getting better because I go to the doctor every month to my primary care physician. He wants me to come see him once a month, which I've been doing for about a year now. And and I've been going to a lot of other doctors for 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 the last 2 or 3 months now. and it's not easy to deal with, but I'll be okay. God is with me. God is going to make things right. Eat dinner on couch. Well, you have a uterus fibroids, heavy bleeding. Yes, it's painful. Yes, going to the hospital is painful because a woman's uterus is compromised by pain and heavy bleeding, and she loses a lot of blood, and it makes her sick and weak, and it causes her to have problems. She loses a lot of blood, which made me get that blood transfusion. I hated to have it done, but it had needed to be done. If I wouldn't have done that, I would have lost my life. And yes, having menstrual cycle is painful, but having uterus fibroids is even worse. Bleeding for 15 days, Kotex don't hold up. Using adult diapers and baby diapers don't hold up. It seeps through still. I'm saying this because I've been through personal experience with that and still going through it at my age. I'm 56 years old. Yes, my head is fully gray because I've been through a whole lot of my life, which that is another video to talk about.